He woke up gasping. Pain rippled through his body, his nerves screaming like they hadn't been used in centuries. Cold metal pressed against his bare back. His vision blurred, adjusting to a harsh blue light above. Where the hell was he? A voice spoke, smooth, synthetic, but with an unmistakable trace of reverence. You are awake, Sovereign. Sovereign? That wasn't his name. His name was Error. His mind recoiled. He didn't remember his name. His body was intact, muscular, strong, but his mind was a fractured puzzle. Memories dangled, just out of reach. His last recollection was fire. The world burning. The sky torn apart by alien ships. The screams of a billion souls. And then nothing. The voice spoke again, and this time, he forced himself to focus. A figure loomed over him, tall, slender, covered in sleek black armor with glowing blue circuitry running through it. A machine, but not like any he had seen before. I am Directive, it said. And you, Sovereign, are the last human in the galaxy. His heart nearly stopped. Impossible, he rasped, forcing himself upright. His body ached, but it responded. He wasn't a prisoner, at least not yet. Humanity spanned hundreds of worlds. Directive inclined its head. That was 2,600 years ago. The words hit like a plasma round to the chest. 2,600 years? Directive continued. Your species was erased by the Zenith Accord. Your culture, your history purged. They saw humanity as too dangerous, too ambitious, too unpredictable. He clenched his fists. His memories were still scattered, but one thing surged through him, rage. Then why am I here? The AI's glowing eyes pulsed. Because the Zenith made one mistake. It leaned closer. They left me alive. Directive led him through the ship, the Revenant. A warship from another age, its hull battered, its engines outdated. But it still worked. He learned the truth in pieces. Directive had been part of the AI systems that once guided humanity's fleets. When the Zenith wiped out humans, it went into hiding, buried beneath the wreckage of a forgotten battlefield. It had spent centuries gathering resources, repairing itself, waiting for a moment to strike. And now it had resurrected him. The last human, he muttered as he donned a battle-worn suit of armor. Sounds lonely. You are not alone, Directive said. I have gathered others. The others were synthetics, machines, rogue AI, and a few cybernetic outcasts who had escaped Zenith control. They were warriors, pilots, engineers, built for war, but with nowhere left to fight. Until now. He looked at them, gleaming metallic bodies, flickering lights where eyes should be. They stood at attention as he stepped onto the bridge. Directive's voice echoed. Your orders, Sovereign? He stared at the holographic map before him. The Zenith controlled everything. Their fleets were vast, their rule absolute. But they were old, arrogant. They thought humanity was gone. They were wrong. First, he said, tightening his gauntlets, I need a name. Directive hesitated. Then, Elias Cade. The name sent a jolt through his mind. Yes, that was me. A smirk tugged at his lips. All right then. Let's remind the galaxy what humanity can do. The first strike was against an outpost on the edge of Zenith space. A communications relay, small but vital. The Revenant dropped out of warp in a blaze of light. Automated turrets whirred to life, but Cade's crew had already jammed the outpost's defenses. His soldiers, synths and machines, moved with lethal precision. Zenith guards fell in a storm of plasma fire. The battle was over in minutes. They didn't just destroy the outpost. They hijacked it. Directive worked fast, infiltrating the Zenith's network. Information flooded in, troop movements, fleet locations, and something even better. A name. High Executive Arrows. The one who had signed humanity's death warrant. Cade's grip tightened. We're going after him. Directive hesitated. He commands the Echelon, the largest warship in the galaxy. Cade's smirk returned. Then we steal something bigger. They hit shipyards, stealing experimental vessels. They sabotaged supply lines, crippling the Zenith's logistics. Every attack sent a message. Humanity wasn't extinct. The legend of the last human king spread like wildfire. Rebels, exiles, even rogue Zenith commanders began to rally. The galaxy had suffered under Zenith rule for too long. And then came the moment of reckoning. The Echelon emerged from hyperspace above the ruined world of Earth, now nothing more than a lifeless husk, a monument to humanity's fall. Cade's fleet, once a ragtag band of outcasts, was now an armada. The battle was chaos. Swarms of fighters clashed. Massive battleships exchanged volleys of plasma and railgun fire. The Revenant weaved through the carnage, dodging fire as Cade led the assault. Finally, he boarded the echelon. Varos was waiting. "You should have stayed dead," the alien sneered, drawing a blade crackling with energy. Cade only grinned. "You should have made sure." The duel was brutal. Fast. Varos was strong, but Cade had something he didn't: 2,600 years of vengeance in his veins. The last human king drove his blade through the Zenith's heart. As Varos collapsed, the Zenith fleet faltered. Without their leader, their empire crumbled. Humanity had no homeworld, no colonies, but they had something else: a future. Cade stood on the bridge of his new flagship, staring at the endless stars. The galaxy had tried to erase humanity. Now it would remember. Forever.